Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Nedwick and I make healthy lifestyle videos that include new recipes, some fashion content, some beauty content, a look into my crazy life, and I am also documenting my journey on compounded Tirzepatide. So today is my week 11 update. And after I'm done with the update, I'm going to share some of my favorite products that I've been using since I've been on my GLP-1 journey. But let me dive right into my first week on 7.5 milligrams. So if you recall in my last video, I told you guys that I went ahead and started 7.5 milligrams with my last shot. And I had my whole week. And then yesterday, today is Friday, by the way, yesterday I took my second 7.5 milligram shot. So what has the week been like? Well, I had titrated up slowly, and please consult your doctor before you do what I do. This is just my own personal experience, and I did not consult my doctor about it, but I probably should have. But essentially, after I got back from Vegas, I was starting to hear a lot of the food noise and alcohol noise, and I was starting to feel like I needed to titrate up. So when I got back from Vegas, I took a 6 milligram dose. Then the following week, I took a 6.5 milligram dose. And then the following week, I took the 7.5 milligram dose. And I've had a whole week plus a day on that dose. And really, I have not had many side effects. However, the one side effect that I am having is kind of a doozy. So it's constipation. I had it a little bit with the 5 milligram doses, but it would usually straighten itself out within 2 days. And I take a probiotic supplement, and that seemed to do the job. And once in a while, I would take a Delcalax chew, and that seemed to clear things right up, but not with the 7.5. And that leads me into my weight loss results. So I did weigh myself this morning, and I was down almost a half a pound. And that I have to take with a grain of salt because I have not had a bowel movement in 4 days, and I have been eating. So I really think my weight loss was greater than that, but I weighed in this morning at 167.7. So that is a total loss of 14 pounds in 11 weeks. So like I said, I had a rocky start on my journey because I was right in the middle of a breast cancer scare. If you want to hear more about that, I will link my why I chose Zepbound / Tirzepatide video up here. But I got a rocky start. I was dealing with a lot of stress that first month. And then I had my daughter's wedding. I monkeyed around a little bit with my dosages. I didn't take it before my daughter's wedding, and then I ended up taking it after the wedding, and then trying to figure out how to get back onto Thursdays. And then Mike and I went to Vegas. And now that I'm back, I'm really starting to really try to grasp hold of this health journey and get serious about it. I have started walking. When I walk at home, I use hand weights, and I figure that helps. I have complained in the past, I've got a little bit of that crepey skin under the arms and on my legs, and I've never had that before. So I definitely need to incorporate more strength training, not just walking. I had Mike haul my Pilates reformer up here. I have yet to do it. I have downloaded some videos from YouTube, and I am going to try this Pilates reformer. That's my goal this week because I did it 2 years ago, right before I was diagnosed with breast cancer, and then had to have surgery and all that. And I couldn't work out for a while after the surgery, and then it just kind of fell by the wayside. So I did enjoy it and I thought it was fun. So I'm going to get back into that maybe this weekend. So the constipation. I want to know, what do you guys do? I'm going to do a product review after this, and one of the products I bought is Colace, and I'll show you that. But you know, the dosages are kind of weird. Same with the Delcolax chews. You know, it's like 2 to 4 pills or chews, and I was afraid to take that many. So I really haven't taken the max dose yet, but if nothing happens today, then I definitely am going to. But what are your remedies for constipation? Because that seems to be really my biggest side effect. I also want to tell you guys, so, you know, back on October 3rd, when I found out that the FDA had taken Mounjaro and Zepbound off the shortage list and the whole compounded Tirzepatide world exploded, I did order the 2 extra vials from Orderly Meds. But before that was offered to me, I had messaged my doctor and asked for him to send another prescription in to this pharmacy in New York that I tried once before. And those are the ones that come in the preloaded syringes. Now, if you recall, and I believe I talk about it in that why I chose Zepbound / Tirzepatide video, what I really didn't like about preloaded syringes, well, there were a couple things that I didn't like about them. First of all, they came, each syringe has a stopper on it, and then it comes with the needles that you screw on. So I was having a hard time initially getting the stoppers off of the syringe without spilling some of it. And you know, that's like liquid gold. And then the other thing that I didn't like was that the needle was a little bit longer and a little bit thicker than the insulin needles that had come from Orderly Meds, and it hurt a little bit more. So I actually took my first preloaded syringe dose of 7.5 yesterday, and I saved my syringe so I could show you guys what I was talking about. Now, the other thing about this particular prescription is it is Tirzepatide mixed with B12. And I'm going to tell you about that because I took this yesterday. But I do have a concern because one of my subscribers and friends, Denise, she was on semaglutide with B12, and her B12 levels apparently got super high, and her doctor's taking her off of it. So I am a little concerned, but I just did 1 month of the 5 a while back, and then I just have 4 of these. And then I have my 2 vials from Orderly Meds, which is just straight Tirzepatide. But anyway, I would spill a little bit. I've gotten better at that. Yesterday, I don't think I spilled a drop. But I still had the problem of the needle. So I wanted to show you. So this is the empty preloaded syringe. And it, I mean, it's not terrible. I've had worse biopsy needle, but I don't know if you can see this. Let me see. All right, let's get up close here. So yeah, so it's a pretty long needle, and it hurts. So I did find something to help with that, and I will talk about that when I do my product review. But so yesterday I took my first dose of 7.5 with the B12. And aside from my concerns that I'm going to have too much B12 in my system, I felt great. I actually felt a big difference because I have been having extra fatigue. And yesterday, like, I had more energy than normal. So there is something to that B12, I'm just saying, as long as it doesn't, you know, throw your levels out of whack. So like I said, I lost about a half pound this week. I really think it was more. I probably won't wait until next Friday to weigh myself again. If I manage to clear up my constipation problem, I will weigh myself again. And then if I have better results, I will let you guys know. But now I want to do my product review and show you the different products that I've been using on my GLP-1 journey. Some have been good, some have been okay, and I will let you know what I think. All right, I'm gonna move the camera around and be back with my product review. All right, so I'm not sure where to start. Let's talk about some of my most recent finds. Now, this is the MyProtein Clear Whey Isolate, Mike and Ike's Sour Watermelon Flavored Clear Protein Drink. And I just got this from Amazon yesterday, and I will link most of these things in my description box below. I think I got most of them on Amazon, so I will definitely link that. But I got this yesterday, and for one scoop, it has 90 calories, no fat, 2 grams of carbohydrate, 20 grams of protein, and 0 added sugars. And you just mix it with water and ice. And I did that today, and I like this shaker bottle. Mixes it up pretty good. So you can see it's this pretty pink color. And I found the taste of this really, really good. I did not know what to expect. I wasn't necessarily planning on liking this, but I wanted another drinkable source of protein because sometimes I'm just not in the mood for like a Premier protein shake or one of my Fairlife protein shakes, or I don't want my favorite shake that I make with this, the Premier Protein Vanilla. I like to make that with frozen strawberry, some either almond milk or the Fairlife high protein fat-free milk. Anyway, I wanted another option, and this is really good. It tastes just like a Mike and Ike's sour watermelon. So I'm gonna call this purchase a winner. Okay, let's see. Now, a couple of these I've talked about on my channel before. I was looking for a good electrolyte. I found Drip Drop. I basically just Googled best tasting electrolyte, and this is what came up in my search. I went ahead and took the option of one with actual sugar. The packets still only have 35 calories, but they're pretty good. But, you know, honestly, I like the tried and true Gatorade, or in this case, this is the Sam's Club version of Gatorade Zero. You know, I think after I use this up, and I'll use it up, but I think I'm just gonna stick to that because, I don't know, I like it better. I was drinking the Gatorade Zeros, you know, forever, especially when I was doing my Optavia 5-in-1. When you would hit fat burn and get headaches on Optavia because you get into a mild ketosis, those were, you know, staples. So that's probably what I'll do in the future. Okay. So I mentioned the Premier Protein Vanilla. I have used this in my shake that I just told you about with the frozen strawberries. I also have used it in my Ninja Creamy recipes, and I love it. It's great. And I am so excited to try my recipe that I made the other day with the Oreo ice cream in the Ninja Creamy, the Oreo protein ice cream. Although this time I am not going to add the Oreos. When I was done respinning that, it tasted like vanilla soft serve from like Dairy Queen. It was so good. So I'll link that video up here, and in that description box below, I have that recipe. Omit the Oreos. Honestly, it was great without it. So anyway, I got the Premier Protein. You guys have seen me talk over and over again about my collagen peptides. Now, I have tried a couple different ones. This doesn't really have a taste. It's flavorless. It has 20 grams of collagen peptides. It has 18 grams of protein as well, but for some reason you cannot count those grams of protein towards your daily intake. I don't believe they're complete proteins. But the other thing I like about this collagen peptides from Garden of Life is that it has essential amino acids in it. And that's essential for preventing muscle loss when you are working out, and it helps with muscle recovery. So I take that almost every morning in my coffee, and I like it a lot. It makes my coffee creamier. Okay, so let me see here. I'm going to move some of these out of the way. All right, and we'll move this one out of the way too. Okay, so I told you about my Delcolax soft chews. Now, this was working just fine when I was on 5 milligrams. I actually would only need to take one, and then I would usually get relief. Well, last night I took a Colace. Now, you can take 2 to 4. I just took one. You know, I'm trying to figure out what the right dose is for me. So I took 1 of these and 2 of these before I went to bed because I was really hoping to have a good weigh-in this morning, and it didn't work. So I have just ordered some different Colace, which has not only the stool softener, but the stimulant laxative. So that should be coming later today by Amazon. And I also went ahead and ordered the Delcolax Overnight Relief. Both had good reviews, so that should be coming later today as well. So hopefully I'll have something good to report in a couple days. So those are those products. On that same note, I started taking fiber gummies to help with the constipation. And I have 2 different kinds. I bought this one first, the Benefiber prebiotic fiber supplement fiber gummies. And the serving size is 3 of these with 25 calories and 6 grams of fiber. But then I found this one, which had a little bit less calories, less sugar. It's 2 gummies, have 10 calories and 5 grams of fiber. So I've been usually taking these, but I'm not going to let these go to waste. Both of them taste great, and they're like having candy. You know, I love my gummy candy. Anyway, I have also started taking this VitaFusion Women's Multi. The serving size is 2 gummies. Tastes great. It has, let's see, 15 grams. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It has 15 calories for 2 gummies and a slew of different vitamins. So it does have vitamin B12 in it. I'm hoping that it won't, tip me over the edge for my B12 levels with that preloaded syringe shots that I have. I have 3 more of those. I had been taking B12 gummies when I was just on the straight Tirzepatide, and I probably will go back to that because these did really help with fatigue. But I'm not going to take it over the next couple weeks because my shot has the B12 in it. But I recommend these if you're on, just straight semaglutide or straight Tirzepatide. If you are having fatigue, it does help. But apparently you do have to monitor your B12 levels. All right. So that's that. Now some of the fun, I shouldn't say fun, but I got some things I want to tell you about. All right. The first is this carrier, and it's for my Orderly Med vials. Now, if you can see, you know, I keep them in the fridge. I had them in something that really wasn't good. It was, it didn't have the different holes. They were falling on their side. I had it in the door of the refrigerator, which I found out you really shouldn't do. So this little container holds 6 vials. So hopefully when my patient portal opens up from Orderly Meds, I'll be able to stock up. And it fits nicely in my refrigerator. I actually just slide it in, you know, to the big drawer that I put meat and cheese in. And I just kind of stick that in and it's good. I feel way more confident that my vials are protected in this than in the other thing I was using. All right, now, last but not least, I bought this lidocaine cream. Now, I have yet to really rotate my injection sites. I have only injected in my stomach. I do rotate around my belly button, about a 2-inch diameter, not above, but kind of going underneath. And I switch from right to left each week. But I do want to try some of the other sites when I'm done with those preloaded syringes. I'm not trying my thigh or my arm with that extra long needle. I'm going to wait until I'm back with the Orderly vials and my regular insulin syringes. But I was worried about pain because some of the stuff I've read on Facebook, on Reddit, is that the thigh and the arm can be more painful to inject. So I wanted to look into numbing my site, and I want to report it did work. I ended up doing it on my stomach yesterday because of those darn long needles. So I had read on how to do this. Now let me tell you. So let me open this up. Okay, so it just comes in this little jar, and it's just a cream. So I took a dollop on my finger. Well, first, let me backtrack. I picked out where I was going to inject, and I took a Sharpie and just put a little dot so that I'd be able to remember exactly where I put the lidocaine cream. So I got up yesterday morning, I took my shower, it dried off really good, put the little dot on there with my Sharpie, and then I put a dollop of this on the area, and I covered it up with a big Band-Aid. It was like a 2x3-inch Band-Aid. And what I've read is that you want to leave that on there for at least half an hour. So I proceeded to get ready for work. I took about 40 minutes, and then I came downstairs, got my preloaded syringe ready. So I peeled my bandage off. It had mostly sunk into the skin. I wiped it down really good with an alcohol swab. So you can, make sure that none of that is in the area when you do your injection. So I cleaned it really well with the alcohol swab, and then I did my injection, and it worked. It was not nearly as painful as the last time when I was using those preloaded syringes. It did bleed. I hate those syringes. And I know I did buy some sterile vials that I could squirt it into and then use a different one. But I'm also afraid of not getting enough of the medication, because if I'm putting it into a vial and then trying to draw it back out, I'm probably going to lose some of that medication. So I'm sticking with the long needles for the time being, and this really helped. Now, I am not a doctor. I am not a pharmacist. I am going by stuff I read on the internet, and I'm just telling you from my own personal experience that it worked. So when I'm done with these preloaded syringes, and by gosh, I'm going to do this every time with those, and I want to start trying the top of my thighs or the back of my arms, I'm definitely going to numb it first, because I think that'll make a big difference. So, well, all right. that is my update for week 11. I just started week 12. Except for the constipation, everything seems to be going good. My appetite suppression has been pretty good. And I'm feeling like with the 7.5, it's just the right amount of appetite suppressant. I still have been able to eat. Like sometimes when you first take your shot, and especially in the beginning when your body's not used to the medication, I would take my shot and I couldn't force anything down. So I'm not feeling that with the 7.5. I like it. It's helping me control my food intake, but I'm still able to eat enough food and get enough calories for the day. So if you like this video, please like it below and subscribe to my channel. And again, it is so important that you guys like this video and subscribe to my channel. I am trying to reach a wider audience and I can't seem to figure out the YouTube algorithm. So if you guys like it, if you comment, the more you do, the more YouTube is going to share my videos. So you'd be doing me a great favor if you would like and subscribe. And comment below. Now, I follow some other YouTubers, such as the Countess of Shopping, and at the end of her videos, she gives an emoji of the day. So my emoji of the day is going to be a pink heart. If you could just put a pink heart emoji in the comments, that'd be great. And that would help increase the comments on the videos, and hopefully I'll figure out this algorithm on YouTube. All right, guys, thank you for watching and stay tuned for the next video. I will see you next time.